You are now tuned in to Not Without Alonzo.
I know you visited Mr. Bloomberg.
Yeah.
Mr. Stop and Frisk Bloomberg.
You know what, man? Again, I'm not going to sit here and justify nobody's mistakes. I can't do that, okay? But, you know, the man apologized for it. He stopped it. Eventually, he stopped it. The sad part, it had an effect on the crime rate and the murder rate in New York. I mean, these are all facts. Don't look for me to do your research. Do it yourself. But these are the facts that I've checked. I got called about it. I'm like, what about this dude, man? You know, what's happening with him? Okay? Stop his frisk. What's up with that? Okay? Then you see how much other good stuff he did. How he stopped the frisk, stop and frisk, and he's made a lot of other changes as well on the positive tip. So there's one misjudgment warrant, not even a consideration. I mean, and here's the part about this dude that I had to trip on myself. Okay, people say another billionaire in the race. Okay, I don't think so. It's not the same. Okay, in America, unfortunately, we've allowed corporations to have unlimited access to putting in money for just investing money or spending money on campaigns. When the Supreme Court had that act and made corporations people, it made speech money, okay, which is the dumbest shit in the world, but they found a way to do it. They make money, speech money, and gave corporations the power to drop hundreds of millions of dollars into campaigns. You pretty much opened up the purse strings to anybody who had some money to try and buy an election. And then they wouldn't limit it to just American corporations. Well, even if they were American, because so many American corporations are multinational, you got outside money coming anyway. So even if you're dealing with Nestle, because Nestle own everybody. Nestle and Disney own, the two just own everything, okay? So when you understand that, when you follow politics like I do, okay, you understand that when you did that, you raised the presidency up to $1 billion. Now, the problem is, where you getting this money from? And if you are a presidential candidate and you ain't got $1 billion, you got to go, can I have $1 billion? Everybody that gives you some part of that money, you owe them something. This is why we're in the predicament that we're in right now, okay? Everybody that you get some money from, the part that contributes to your campaign, because campaign contributions ain't nothing but long-term bribes. Okay, I don't give a damn what you want to call it. They're long-term bribes. They call them campaign contributions. But if I give you some money, I'm expecting something in return. Okay, and if I ain't expecting something, I call you for a favor, you're probably gonna do it because you want me to give you some more money. Senators unfortunately have to get their money every 2 years. The senators every 2 years and Congress every 4. Okay, so they're always on the phone looking for money. So if you get some money from somebody 1 year, one election, and then they ask you for something, you didn't give it to them, now you can't go back to them again. It's like any homie. Come on, man. So we in America bullshit ourselves into believing that money is given to campaigns just for the goodness of the political system. That's bull. That's some bull. I'm giving you this money because I'm expecting something from you. Whether it's big oil, big pharma, the insurance companies, the NRA, whoever else is a part of the situation, okay? So, here's a man, got $54 billion. $54 billion. He says, I don't like what I see. I think I could beat all of them. I got more experience over here. I've done this over there. I've done this in New York. I've done this over here. I've made mass improvements in education. I've made mass improvements in the environment. I spend my own money on the environment. When Trump pulled out the nuclear deal, he paid the money for America to stay into the deal. He wrote a check for that. So it cost $1 billion. I got 54. I don't need all of them. No, I can spend one of them. It ain't gonna hurt him. He ain't gonna feel it. The worst case scenario, if he spend, I don't know, a $500 million. If he spend $1 billion and don't win, all he gonna get is a big ass tax deduction. He gonna get a big ass, because it's all deductible. Okay? It's a big ass tax deduction. And he probably need anyway. And if he wins and makes a difference, so be it. But meanwhile, when he goes into the White House, lobbyists can't knock on his door. Because see, it's one thing you gotta understand. I was told this by an old man, and I'll never forget this long as I live. There's 3 people you cannot negotiate with from fear or anything like that. 1, a man that ain't afraid to die. What you gonna tell him? I'm gonna kill you? Oh, I'll die today. Okay, don't care. A man that ain't afraid to go to jail. Jail don't mean nothing. You know, nigga, I got jail. What's jail? Okay, I got homies there, and a man don't need no money. What you gonna tell a man that got $54 billion? Okay, I give you what? Okay, I give you what? So if you are one of those 3 men anywhere in the planet, okay, there's no threatening because you're not afraid to die. There's no threatening with jail, and there's no bribing with money because he got enough of it already. He got more money he ever live to spend. So, and especially when you're in a society that's based on capitalism, he's already capped out. He capped out already. Okay. So he ain't got to worry about no golf courses. He ain't got to deal with the Russians. He ain't got to worry about Putin and his people. He ain't tripping on Kim Jong-un, whatever his name is. He ain't tripping. But he's done enough in his own right to appreciate the struggles of a regular dude, because he come from humble beginnings. Like he said, his daddy only makes $6,000 his whole time. His dad makes $6,000 in his life. That was the most money his daddy ever made. You know, he ain't no rich dude that got, he ain't a Kennedy that daddy's funding the campaign. He ain't a Trump, but his daddy been bailing him out all his life. The dude's an engineer. He's an engineer, and he went in and learned the skill and made some things happen, turned him into a billionaire. And he don't have to do this. Okay? You don't have to do this. I mean, think about it. Why you got to do this?
Just to make a change.
Just to make a change. Okay? Tom Sawyer. It was Thayer or Sawyer, the other billionaire is running. I'm watching this commercial against Donald Trump before he ran for president. There's another billionaire running also. That's been he hasn't got as much attention, but he's a hardcore billionaire, and he's been talking about Trump for the longest, and he put his hat in the ring. He's not doing that great. He's not a part of the conversation. He didn't come to Compton.
I've never heard of it.
See? But Bloomberg pulled up in the CPT. So I had to go hear what he got to say, man. It's grown ass people, man. All that old, what he did 20 years ago, 10 years, whatever, man, you got to check. Dude, a lot of things have changed since then. Okay? And things are changing every day. At some point in time, all right, stop and frisk was there. That was a mistake he made. What did he do to counter that? Did he do this to counter that? Did it have an effect in a positive manner on the city of New York? Maybe it did. Okay, I can't say he was right for doing it. I can't say he was wrong for doing it. I know he was wrong for doing it. Maybe he could have did it in another way, but sometimes, here, I'm finna get in trouble. Sometimes the end justifies the means.
There it is, man. It doesn't get more real than that.
Sometimes the end justifies the means.
Explain stop and frisk for people who don't even know what we're talking about.
Stop and frisk was a policy that he had implemented in New York. If you saw young black or brown men of a certain caliber or a certain profile, you stopped and checked them. Because New York don't have New York has an anti-gun law. New York ain't got no gun laws. You can't carry a gun in New York. You're in trouble. You get caught with a gun in New York, your ass just got you got your vacation at Rikers Island. It ain't like California where you can get caught with your gun and get slapped on the wrist. They don't play that in New York, okay? But New York is so close to the eastern border, to Atlanta and the other states, that people can drive guns up there. So the laws of New York don't mean nothing down south, because that's where most of the guns come from. You go down south and buy a gun, like you buy give me a bag of potato chips and a 357 Magnum or a Glock. Okay, give me 2 sodas. What they say? Give me some bubble yum, some RC cola, and a Glock. Okay, throw it in the trunk of your car and drive it up to New York. Okay? And New York got just as many issues. There's a lot of people up there and everybody feels like they need a gun. Okay? I've been there, haven't been there in a long time, but you know, it's congested, and if you're in a certain lifestyle, you may need that gun. You may feel you need that gun. So the guns are always available, and then, you know, I love my brothers, but a lot of my brothers, they put themselves in positions to be, here we go again, Alonzo, finna lose my membership. They gonna start unsubscribing. They finna unsubscribe on my ass, god damn it. But every once in a while I'm gonna hit you upside the head with some real shit. Every once in a while, we put ourselves in position to get fucked with by the police. Okay? If you are wearing the dress code of the individuals that's being harassed by the police, whether it be red rags, blue rags, purple rags, whatever the case may be, white t-shirts and khakis, whatever that particular uniform that's known to be, because everybody got their own uniform. Whether you're a businessman, a gangbanger, a dope dealer, you know, you riding down the street, you in the hood with a brand new Benz, fat gold chain, white t-shirt, and 5 niggas in the car. I'm going fishing. I'm a police, I'm going fishing.
There's probably something in there.
And understand the logic of it, okay? You in the hood. You got a white t-shirt. I can see you got a white t-shirt on, hat cocked to the side. That means you body, okay? You got a brand new Benz or a low rider with them things on it, okay? So now, 9 times out of 10, you have some type of device to protect that car. 9 times out of 10, if I pull you over, I'm gonna find something illegal. It's a good chance that I'm gonna find something illegal, okay? Because you're probably gonna have, especially if you got on some jewelry, you probably got a gun someplace to defend yourself against the jackets, especially if you're in the hood. I didn't say you didn't buy the car illegally. I didn't say you didn't buy the chains illegally. I'm saying that you may feel you have to protect yourself in this area, which you probably do, but don't mean you can carry a gun to do it. So if I pull you over and do a little fishing, I'm probably gonna find something that's gonna increase my arrest record. And that's just plain, everyday common sense. You call it profiling, you call it what you want, but it's common sense. If I'm a cop and I'm looking for a certain thing, and I see, you know, in some cases, it could be a preventive measure. Okay? Because, you know, come on, man. People like to bullshit themselves all the time. And, oh, man, we was just, no, you were supposed to go put some work in. You got shortstop. You got shortstop. Okay? As many cats as have missed and shattered people and missed and hit kids, bullets go through windows and get kids in the bed. Nobody want to tell. Ooh, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. Okay? You damned if you do, damned if you don't. So, you know, how many times you get stopped by the police?
When I was, that's so funny you said that, because from the age of 16 to about 25, I had the baggy jeans, pants sagging, braided hair, sucker stare, like I don't care. That was my whole mentality.
Okay.
Turned up my music, big ass rims. That was me from 16 to, let's say, 25. I probably got pulled over 40 times in that time frame.
Okay.
Pulled my pants up a little bit, turned my music down, got a regular car. In the past 10, 15 years, I've probably been pulled over once or twice.
You know, it's much more peaceful being a square.
That's all I'm saying.
It's much more peaceful being a now. I'm an old low rider. They used to take my car apart, man, in front of my house.
Damn.
They would jam me. I couldn't get out of my house fast enough, man. I'm getting in my car. Before I get in my car, they pull me out of it good. They get pulled over. And they go to my trunk, take all my stuff out of my trunk, take my air filter. No, the air filter.
Damn.
The air filter. Open the hood up, take the air filter out, man. The back seat on the curb. All my 8 tracks on the curb. They under the car. They got me on that hot ass police car. The fingertips burning like a son of a bitch. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been there, done that. Okay. I've been there, done that. Got the T-shirt like everybody else. But when I bought my last few cars, as you get older, and even if you're a little dirty with tinted windows, they don't tend to give you the same hassle. Okay? I look at him and say, hey, what's up, man? You know, he look at my shit, keep on rolling. Okay.
Yeah, the big ass gold chain. You're 20 years younger, 30 years younger.
Come on, man. It's certain profile. They call it profiling. I know that's what they call it, profiling. But certain profiles gonna get you more attention than others. That's what you do the profile for in the first place. You do it for attention. Okay? You put the big rims on the car. You put the chain on the. You turn the music up for attention, and you get attention from two people: the jackers and the police.
Yep.
Jackers is profiling too.
Everybody else looks at you like you're a dumbass.
Okay, Jackers is profiling too. Oh, homie, look, he got it going on. I need to run up on him right quick. Okay, and when you throwing bait out there, he throwing bait out to the streets, and you got sharks and you got minnows. You got everybody on this bait. You got barracudas and you got sharks after the bait. Okay, you trying to catch a girl, but you getting the attention of the jackers. You trying to catch a girl, but you get the attention of the police. Okay? You got to protect yourself from the jackers and hide from the police. Come on.